In the late 1990s, Minnesota had a governor named Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura is famous because he was a wrestler, and then he ended up becoming a movie star, and then he became a governor of Minnesota, him and Arnold Schwarzenegger. He said for gun control is when I can hit a target from 1,000 yards away in windy condition. That's gun control. But in terms of gun control as a whole, I'm a believer in the Second Amendment. I think we should have the right to have weapons to arm ourselves just for our protection, or if there was ever a hostile takeover by the government and they wanted to seize control. So when people want to abolish the Second Amendment, to me it just seems like government is just trying to be in a more controlling power and taking away our individual rights. Again, I'm a big believer in doing things that aren't harming others. So if you're not doing things that aren't harming others, what do I really care? As long as it's within the law. And if you're allowed to have guns and you're not hurting people, then I'm okay with that.
Thank you. You just answered all our questions, basically.
Oh, what were all your other questions?
What political party
Well,
would you?
this is the way I look at it. It seems like the states where guns are a big part of the community, usually like hunting communities, rural communities, you tend to have less violence. It seems the areas that have the most guns and gun violence tends to be in areas where you probably won't need a gun. So we don't need to bring up everything that's going on in Chicago and Baltimore and some of these other areas with high crime, but are they using their guns for hunting
Or violence.
and this, or are they using it for violence reasons? And if you look at the stats, it tends to be more of a violence. So it comes down to the individuals that are owning the guns. And I think I'd like to see what the stats are with gun violence and being registered. So having more gun control isn't going to change anything, because I'm willing to bet most of the violence and problems that are happening are due to non-registered stolen guns and things like that. So I don't know if gun control would control that or not. But I wouldn't oppose making sure people are trained and have backgrounds to
Background checks?
so we know who they are. And if they have a history of mental health, then we should think about them not having one.
You just answered Republican or Democrat, and why?
I'm Democratic because there are several core issues that I believe that they're on the right side of, starting with global warming, basic human rights, recognizing the right of everyone to live freely, regardless of who they choose to love or how they look. I believe that generally the economic beliefs of the Republicans benefit a small amount of people, where Democrats are looking to help most people who are struggling. So I tend to fall on that side.
Do you feel stricter gun laws would reduce or increase or keep it about the same?
Same,
Why?
because it'd be safer.
Safer? Why do you think that?
Because it's a better way for people to protect themselves who can't fight.
All right. Do you think, this is a personal question, do you think teachers should carry guns?
No,
Why not?
because it could be a student in high school that they have a problem with the teacher and it can get out of hand.
All right, thanks. Do you think people with emotional disabilities should own a gun? Yes or no?
No, because they can kill themselves.
All right, thanks.